How you guys doing? Today we're gonna do a quick review on my newly acquired diagnostic device, the AUTEL MaxiCOM MK908. Before we continue, let me just explain why I've decided to buy this device instead of the Pro version, which also comes with J2354 programming device. Well, as far as I understand, the programming device works only with BMW and Mercedes cars. And since I don't really work a lot on those cars, I've decided to go for this option, which actually came with tire pressure monitoring system diagnostic device, which is able to program in the new AUTEL tire pressure sensors. I paid for this bundle $1,850 US. I'm not really sure if that's a good deal. You'll be the judge, but I gotta be honest, I'm quite happy with it. Let's start with the hardware, with diagnostic tool itself. All I gotta say about it is that it's quality made. It has a huge screen, it's fast, and it has these comfortable rubber handles. Next, we got a user manual. We got like a little cleaning cloth, and we got a couple other papers, with one of them explaining like all the contents of the briefcase, while the other one is explaining like all the input points on the diagnostic device. Now we got a adapter which plugs into the car. It works over the Bluetooth. It has a nice decent range. We got a camera which came in as a gift. It's also quality made. I used it a couple of times. It actually works quite well. Then we got a charger, and there is one thing I have to tell you about it. Since I bought this device in United Kingdom, they have different electric sockets over there, so I had to buy this European socket adapter so I can plug it in directly into the wall. Then we got another USB cable, which is used, I guess, if something goes wrong with your Bluetooth connection. Then we got another USB device, and we got a car charger with some fuses as well. Then, as you can see right here, we got a bunch of adapters. We got one for Mitsubishi, Hyundai, VW, Audi. We got two of them for Mercedes-Benz, one for BMW, GM, Daewoo, Nissan, Kia, and Honda. You can see right here we are missing the Chrysler adapter, but since this device is for European market, that's okay. However, two more adapters are missing, the one for Fiat and one for PSA, and I contacted the seller, and he told me that there is nothing he can do because the device came out of the factory like this. I could have sent the device back for a full refund, but I didn't really want to do that. I didn't want to complicate my life, and since I didn't really have any need for them, I let it slide. Even in case that I need maybe like Fiat or PSA adapter, I could get them online for maybe like, I don't know, $20-30, something like that. Now let's check out the tire pressure monitoring system diagnostic device. Well, we got the device itself right here. We got magnet, which is used, I guess, to program new tire pressure sensors. We got a charger, and we got a USB cable. We also get a user manual, and of course the OBD2 adapter. Now let's check out the device itself and the user interface. Before we plug the device into the car, let's just check out the user interface. As you can see right here, it pretty much acts as a regular tablet. You got your gallery or ES file explorer. As you can see right here, this is where all of the diagnostic files are located. You got your camera, system settings, browser, PDF reader, calculator, calendar, clock, downloads, your email, function viewer, MaxiScope. This is actually, if you purchase the oscilloscope for AUTEL, you can use this icon to hook it up to the device. You got Maxi Tools, I'm not really sure what that's for. You got music, contacts, search, sound recorder, and quick support. Now let's click on the MaxiCOM. You got diagnostics, we're gonna check that out in a couple of minutes. Let's click now on the service icon. You got a bunch of icons right here that are basically shortcuts. You can do battery programming, you can do transmission adaptation, you can even, it gives you right here, as you can see, the odometer icon, and you can use it to correct the mileage on particular manufacturer models. However, as everything else, you'll be able to use some of these things on some cars, but you won't be able to do the others. You got your shop manager, you got vehicle history, workshop information, and you got your customer manager. Let's see the data manager. This is where all your files are located, like image, PDF, review data, and others. Got your system settings you can use to do basic adjustments. You got your updates, your VCI manager, your support, your academy, your remote desk quick link, MaxiFix, and function viewer. You also got digital inspection and MaxiScope. This is what you gotta click on when you plug in your camera. As you can see right here, if I click on it, it says that inspection camera is not connected. The same would probably pop up for the MaxiScope as well. That is it. Let's hook it up to the car right now and see what's going on. Okay, now I've plugged in the diagnostic device into the car. For this demonstration, we're gonna use 2006 Lincoln Navigator. We're gonna click on diagnostics, then USA for country. Then, since there is no Lincoln icon, we're gonna click on Ford. We're gonna accept this, and now we got two options: automatic selection and manual selection. We're gonna go to automatic selection, which means that the diagnostic tool is gonna pull the VIN by itself and all the information regarding the car. I gotta mention one thing: if you use the manual selection, you might have a bit less options when it comes to programming or diagnostics. For some reason, the tool will give you less options if you use the manual selection. Okay, now I'm gonna click on OK. Okay, we got 5 options right here: diagnosis, hot functions, service, programming, and vehicle profile. We're gonna click on diagnosis, and you got 2 options: auto scan or control unit. Auto scans all of the modules on the car, while control unit allows you to pick specific control unit you want to scan. So we're gonna auto scan. There are a few things that I gotta mention about this tool. Some of them are good, some of them are kinda annoying. The first thing that kinda slows down the whole operation is that this diagnostic tool will scan, for example, as you can see right here, 4x4 control module. while this particular Lincoln Navigator that we are scanning right now has a 4x4 control module, the two-wheel drive doesn't have it. However, this diagnostic tool would still scan for 4x4 control module, and it is kind of waste of time. The second thing is that newer cars will always give you like more parameters or more diagnostic and programming capabilities, which is kind of logical. For example, if we take a look at the car that I recently scanned, which was Volkswagen Passat. For that particular car, it even gave me like the codes for ventilation system flaps, which kind of changed from hot to cold. And the one other thing that I mentioned on that car, that I gotta mention for that car, it was the scanning of the ABS system. Well, for that car, it told me exactly like rear right ABS sensor does not work. So it is kind of specific, which is one of the great qualities of this diagnostic tool. This diagnostic tool really left a good impression on me, mainly because you can access pretty much any module found in the car, and it can list out any trouble codes within it. Besides that, it can also like give you activation tests for particular modules. Now let's see what we got right here. Where are our faults? Okay, we got parking aid module, electrical cluster, tire pressure monitor. Let's see what else. Let's go up to the PCM. Okay, if I click on this one, we got 5 more options: issue information, read codes, erase codes, live data, and active tests. We're gonna read codes right now. We can read codes with key on or engine on. Since we got the key on, we're gonna click on this one. We're gonna click on OK. As I mentioned before, like this vehicle communication is much faster in newer makes and models, even though it might not be too bad even on this one. Okay, so we got 4 codes right here. 2 of them are the same. Check of all system is not complete since last memory clear. We got catalyst system efficiency below threshold. I tested for this code the oxygen sensor on bank 2. The downstream one actually works good. It's actually the bad catalytic converter that's causing this code right here. And we got also the generator low input. Well, to be honest with you, I don't think that's really an issue. Maybe something else caused this code to pop up. The one other good thing right here, as you can see in the top right corner, you got the battery voltage, so you can make sure that your battery won't die. If we go to live data right here, this is pretty much where this tool shines. Like when I hooked it up on newer cars, the live data parameters were pretty much endless. There were I think at least 100 of them. On this car, I don't think that there are gonna be so many of them, but we're gonna go over it just so you can see like what this device can show you. You can see right here you got barometric pressure, you got your battery voltage, you got let's see, you got cylinder head temperature and voltage, you got cylinder head temperature in Celsius, let's see, you got your loops, you got your long-term fuel trims, you got short-term fuel trims, you got evap system parameters, you got, let's see, idle air control. On some other cars I gotta mention that you even have like misfire counters, and if you activate them and you got a misfire in your car, it's gonna show you exactly which cylinder has the number of misfires, which is kinda neat. And as you can see on this car you got total number of misfires, but you don't have the option for each individual cylinder. It all basically comes down to the ECU found in the car. It all depends like how much information can be accessed via this tool right here. Okay, now we're gonna go back and we're gonna check out the active tests. As you can see right here, you got a bunch of them: anti-theft indication lamp, coast class solenoid, evap, valve duty cycle, fuel pump, idle air control, shift solenoid, output test mode, gear command, spark advance, and bunch others. If we go back, now let's check out, let's say the driver seat module. We're gonna read codes, hit OK. Now one thing you might notice on this car is that the driver seat module also controls several different components on the car, like review mirrors. And you'll see when we connect that bunch of the codes, as you can see right here, a bunch of the codes found here are actually related to review mirrors. As you can see right here, it's giving us driver mirror vertical position sensor circuit failure, driver mirror horizontal position sensor circuit failure, and bunch others. This one, battery voltage is out of range. I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe we just got that code because the battery voltage is low or something like that. If we go back to active tests, you can see the active tests for this module right here. And this device will actually, as you can see right here, it will allow us to move like the mirrors up and down, left or right, and to actually test them over this diagnostic device. As you can see right here, we got also the option for pedals to move forward, which means that pedal controls are actually go through the driver seat module. Okay, what else can we check out? Well, let's see right here. Let's see the parking aid module. Now I don't know if I mentioned this before. You'll see right here when we click on the read codes, it's gonna tell us that we got a. It's probably gonna tell us that we got a bad parking sensor. However, it doesn't tell us which one it is. Is it the left or right or whatever? But when I tested the same module on newer cars, it actually tells you it's the front center right parking sensor, or it's a rear center left or whatever. As you can see right here for this car, it just gives you the radar sensor fault. Since there are two faults, I'm actually thinking that it might be due to the bad connector or something like that. This is another great example showing you how with newer cars you're actually able to pinpoint the problem more accurately, while with these older cars it might be kind of not difficult, but it's not gonna be as precise. Let's see what else can we check out right here. Let's click on tire pressure monitoring system. If I click on it right here, let's read codes. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, exactly. This, as you can see right here, it gives me the tire pressure sensor fault, but again, it doesn't tell me where the sensor is located. If we go back altogether, we're gonna check out HUD functions. As you can see right here, you got options to bleed brakes, to register keys, to I don't know what the steering is, but to adjust, to I don't know, recalibrate the steering or something like that. I don't know what this one is. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. This car right here has air suspension, and you can use it to recalibrate the height or do whatever. I'm just clicking on it to show you like the different option the diagnostic tool is giving you. I don't know if we should mess with this since the car is outside, and yeah, let's just go back. The car is not on, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything right here. Let's go to the programming option right now. Programmable module installation. If we click on that, you'll see the bunch of the modules which you can program in case of replacement. So if you are putting a new ABS model, for example, you can program it with this device. If we click on programmable parameters, this is basically like some little things you can change up, like as you can see right here, belt minder is a little chime belt that goes on if you don't put on your seat belt. As you can see right here, is disabled, and you can turn it on if that's what you want to do. If we click on power seats, for example, you see right here you got the easy entry option disabled, you got reverse mirror option disabled. You can enable any of these options if you want to. Let's click on power locks. Let's see what that one holds. It says auto lock right here, and it is enabled, and you can disable it in this menu. As I already mentioned a couple of times, even this menu right here is gonna vary depending on the year of the manufacturer, the make, and the model. Well, that is basically it. I hope we covered everything. As you can see right here, you also got a service menu, but it doesn't really hold anything special we didn't see in any of the other menus. That's it basically for this video. I hope you found it useful, and if you liked it, please hit like button and subscribe.